Welcome to our high peak frame tent setup video. Your shipment should include 5 boxes that contain everything you need to set up your new tent. We like to organize our tent poles by number and then check our manual to make sure everything is accounted for. We have everything we need, so let's get started. These are all the pieces you need to assemble the frame. First, we'll assemble the tent frame, starting with the perimeter. Here you can see each part labeled by number. Make sure the bolts are facing downward while assembling to ensure the canopy will not be damaged.
So now you can see we have assembled the perimeter pipes. They're all now in one piece. We've laid the 4 out. We've taken our corners, and as you can see, the corners slide right in. And in the same fashion, the Phillips head top of the bolt on the top with the nut and screw on the bottom. Okay, we've got everything laid out. Our perimeter is done now. Our next process is going to be assembling our hip pipes that are basically going to go from the corner up to the crown. So we'll be back in a few minutes once we have those assembled and in place, and I'll show you what the next step's going to be.
Here are the hip pipes and spreaders laid out in order along with their part number.
So one thing I'm going to say is, you can see now we're putting the structure together, so we're going to get ready to put our top on. I dropped these in. I haven't bolted them yet. Okay, that way if I need to pick up here to put a little bit more or relieve pressure to get the screws in on the corners, we can do that. So once we get all the screws in, then we're going to walk around, make sure all the nuts are in place. So as a good practice would be to put this center crown on first, okay? And once you have the bolts through there and it's not moving, you can move these into place into the corners. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our upper leg, which is going to be marked part 11. And we are going to, with the small end down, we are going to put 4 legs in, okay, and bolt them into place.
We will install 2 upper legs, then lay out a tarp for our canopy. Now we can safely unfold our canopy top and drape it over our frame. Pro tip, secure the canopy corner loops to the corner fittings before draping the canopy over the frame to ensure it stays in place. We must secure the other 2 corner loops now, which require a little more force. Now we must secure all buckles from the canopy to the spreader poles on all 4 sides. Next, the center pole is inserted into its fitting in the center peak of the canopy. Then, the center pole can be attached to the crown and cranked as needed. Essentially, this is a before and after of what your tent should look like after this step.
Go for it.
Here's the bottom part of our leg. We have bolted the foot plate into place, and now we are going to, one by one, put these on.
Now, it is time to tie down our canopy with our ratchet straps. First, take the shorter webbing strap and feed it through the 2 metal rings on our canopy. With both ends in hand, run the webbing through the ratchet handle and crank to tighten. Lastly, put the ratchet hook into the hole on the bottom leg pole and tighten. Now that the canopy is secure, let's stake down all 4 legs. Finally, it's time to hammer down our anchor stakes and connect our ratchet straps to them. Once all 4 corners are strapped down, our tent setup is complete. Thank you for watching. For further instruction, please refer to the assembly manual provided with your tent.